Hello, darling. Per your request, I am doing Capricorn. So let me shuffle up the cards and see what February has for you, Capricorns. Wow. So the energy that I'm getting from this reading is that you're having a very hard time doing the right thing, or doing what maybe you've been taught is the right thing, because it involves a lot of stress. There could be a situation that you're involved in that has been very burdensome. It has changed your outlook on a lot of things, and you tried to stick with it because you felt like that it was something, like maybe this is speaking of a partnership. You tried to stick with it because in a way it's like you guys needed each other. But I feel like maybe your hopes are changing. You have maybe come to the decision that what you really want, what you really need, you're not going to get it here. You're not going to get it from this person. This could also be speaking of a job situation or a friendship. It's just like dealing with this other person, place, or thing. You just realize that you're not going to get the satisfaction that you really hope for. So at the very top of the reading is the Death card, which and a lot of people are scared of it, but in actuality it just speaks about changing form, changing thought patterns, changing processes. Okay. I think that maybe in the past you tried to step away from this thing, but you were drawn back in because maybe they wooed you back in, or you're like, damn, this is all I got. If we're speaking of a job or something like that, or even a friendship, like this is the only person that I have in this area. So because of maybe like feeling lack, or feeling like this is all you have, you went back into it. But what I do see now is that the stress and the burden of it all has become too much for you. And even you notice in this person's face, it's not the same. Or when you go to work, it doesn't feel the same. So I do see a change coming. I do see that you will just be totally removed from this situation. You don't want to be like the bad guy, and like you come in and you give half-ass energy to work, or you in a relationship that you're just tired of, and so you don't cook, you don't clean, you don't communicate with this person. It's just like you've kind of given up in this scenario. The only real reason that you were sticking along with it was because of it was what you thought that you were supposed to do, or you didn't want to be judged based off of if you were to leave, or you didn't want to have to deal with what would entail you starting all over. But I do feel like that you are going to get your emotions under control, and you're going to build a plan for yourself so that you could move forward. Or you even got the news that there's something that is even better that is waiting for you, that you can move towards. Even if it's like moving towards singlehood, you're like, you don't look at it as bad anymore. If you have been looking for a new job, you could say, you know what, I got the skill set. I know that I could find another job. I don't have to stick here. But like I said, the situation has turned to where both of you, and even if it's a job, is not hitting the same. It's just like It's becoming more frustrating emotionally. It's not there. You're like where you used to, maybe you're doing like the processing of finances at a job, and you're just like, this shit is fucking boring. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. And so because of that, you know, you've been doing it for years and you're just like, now I'm just fed up with it. The death card is just indicating big change. But when I hit the death card, very positive things came on top of it. The Four of Wands talks about harmony and peace and just getting along. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like someone, which is you, that's Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You just end up feeling more grounded, and you can't believe that with just this change, how things begin to change in your life. Also, I do feel like the way that you separate from the scenario, it could be a little bit of lies involved. So you could be like, I'm going to go over here to my auntie house for the weekend, and then they never see you again. Or at a job, you're like, I'm out of here. I'll be back on Monday. See you guys on Monday, and you never come back on Monday. It's just because you see better success in departing that way. And everybody has their own choice about the way that they operate and do things. And you will learn if that is a way that you need to grow from, or if it worked perfectly just fine. Everybody's perception of things like, oh, that's immature, or, you know, not being upfront and telling somebody, so what? If that's the understanding that you have at this point in your life, then that's the way you function. Can't nobody judge you, because everybody does their own shit. And it's like, how can you tell me? You know what I mean? Like, who are you? Basically. You need to, I mean, it's cool to listen to people's perception of things, but at the end of the day, this is your life, and you live it the way that you choose, okay? So, you know, you have something very good that's going to come once you branch off from whatever this scenario is that you've been holding on to that ain't worth a damn anymore as far as you're concerned. I definitely do feel like that it could be a love situation. I feel like that you could have been holding on because maybe like this person pays for your car. This is just random, but I do feel like that. That maybe they pay for your car, or they're the one who has a car, and if you depart from this person, you won't have a vehicle anymore. Oh well. Okay, because Uber is a bad bitch, and you can hop on one just as fast, you know what I mean, until you're able to get on your feet. But like I said, it looks like that you will be able to stand on your own. There's not going to be any like downtime for you, or you're not going to take no significant L by parting from this thing. It's only up from here. But I feel like it's perfect timing for that, with the new year about to come in, you know, in springtime, and things just changing. It's time to make, you know, to pivot a little bit. Yeah. You wasn't doing the thing anyway. You know in your heart that this person, place, or thing wasn't even serving you all like that anyway. You're like, I could get better somewhere else. Like, I've seen better. I do believe that this is speaking heavily of a love situation. Not saying that you can't, you know, apply it to other scenarios in your life, but I definitely feel like that this is speaking of love. And I do feel like that also maybe that person could have been like dealing with someone else, or there was someone else that was constantly in you guys' business as a third party, and it's just like, nah, I'm through with that. I'm kind of like played out with that. Like, let's do something new, some more shit. And also here, the Wheel of Fortune is on the other side over here. Yeah, it's going to go good if you step out in faith and believe in yourself. Don't be scared. You know, it will be scary at first if you even, but it looked like that you're more happy. You're more happy to make this change, to make this move, than fearful. And I do see, even on the Chariot came the Sun. You will have success. I hope this made sense for you, Capricorn. And Don't be no punk. Step out there and do what you got to do, because it's going to get good for you from here. All right. See you next time.